So I was like, you know what? How about instead of going somewhere else, because we still got to finish that John Cena Jackie Chan movie, and it's already like 9:30. Why don't we just stop by this liquor store and get a couple of Lucy's and just go back to the Days Inn and watch a movie? 22 minutes of a movie.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So we go into this place, right? And it's kind of a crowded, oldie liquor store. You know, it's wooden everywhere and shit. And there's an older woman at the register who I'm assuming is the proprietor, the owner of the shop. And she's having some issues with putting the credit card paper into the machine. And so she yells, I think his name was Robert or something. She yells at this guy.
It was fucking Robert Longstreet, wasn't it?
No.
That would have been good.
I
guess it would be sad. Maybe he's visiting his mom.
Maybe. And so she's like, get over here. And he comes over there, and she doesn't have him really do anything other than put the person in front of me's bottles in a bag while she's trying to figure out how to put I thought she called him over to do the paper.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right. So we get up then, and she's kind of ready. And he's just standing there because now he's on her side, on the side where you can't just leave. She needs to actively move for him to leave, and she's not doing that. And I'm just like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And I notice he's got like a pretty lazy eye. He's a little disheveled, and he's wearing like a bowling shirt. And I go, that's a pretty sweet shirt. And he goes, oh, thanks. You know, and he touches it and reveals that not only is it missing a button, but he's like skipped a button. And so it's just like all folded out and shit. And he goes, it's missing a button. I go, well, that's what gives it its charm. And all of a sudden, this younger guy comes in who I think is the store owner's son.
You got all sorts of narratives going in your head about what's happening.
And he just goes to the guy, Robert, get it, go back to work.
What?
Right? I'm like, are they keeping this man?
Do you read about the paper sometimes?
I mean, he seemed a little slow.
That was implied. You didn't have to say it out loud.
Well, I'm reiterating.
Now they know it's a mean story.
I felt kind of bad, you know?
Yeah.
And I just paid and got out of there.
This is the end of the fucking story?
Yeah. I didn't save him or anything. I got time for that shit.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Jules.
And
we doing filmographies.
On the 11th day of Pitts, Miss My True Love gave to me Too Young to Die. Basically a TV movie, but it's horrible because it makes you feel bad. And Brad Pitt dated Juliette Lewis when he was 10 years older than her.
And many more. Yeah, that's... Woo.
You mentioned it in a previous episode. The robot says, Juliette Lewis.
Yeah, she was really gyrating in this movie.
That was some crazy hip action.
Wasn't it? Like, not just the execution was flawless, but the speed with which she was gyrating.
What is up with that?
I don't know. It was frightening.
I got to tell you, I used to not it's the same thing that we always talk about here. I used to not like her because I saw her in Cape Fear first. Have you seen Cape Fear?
No, I've gone on record as having not seen that movie.
And I'm sure I spoke of this exact same scene where Robert De Niro slips his thumb in her mouth and she's got those big dumb eyes. So that's how I always saw her. Now I think she's pretty good.
Because of the way of the gun.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I also thought she seemed kind of cute in this. Like,
yeah, is that a wig?
I don't know. Sometimes there'd be like a side profile, and I'd be like, man, you would be pumped that this was your girlfriend. You'd be like, this girl's cool.
Boy, it's kind of psychotic, though, that they really got like a 15-year-old to play this part.
Is she 15?
14? 15?
She's 17 playing 15.
Okay. They say she's 14 in the movie.
14 going on 15?
A few times.
15 when she's in jail?
She said she's 14 going on 5.
This is a real mean-spirited movie.
Yeah, this is a real lonely lady kind of movie.
This is much worse. Is it based on a true story?
No. No, because at the end, they don't say that.
Yeah, they would.
Instead, they're like, hey, 14-year-olds can be killed in jail now, and there's like 28 on death row.
But we have outlawed the hammer. They used to use the hammer to put them down.
Right.
If you're under 18, you get the hammer.
Mm-hmm. Which,
There's worse ways? No, I don't think so.
So, yeah, this movie, I didn't get my notes out.
Oh, dang. You got some notes?
Yeah. Rated R, 1990, 1 hour, 32 minutes long.
So this came out in theaters?
No, this was a TV movie.
For like Showtime or HBO or something?
God, that's a tough call, right? Because there's
swears.
Is there?
There's like shit and fuck, yeah. That's when I was like, oh, it's not just a
maybe
TV
there
movie.
was. It said TV movie, and it was directed by Robert Markowitz, who had directed a ton of TV movies and specials and shows. He was born in 1935.
So he's like right around, he's just under 60 when he makes this?
Yeah, he's like 55.
I really likes making Juliette Lewis spin around on stage up there.
Yeah, boy.
Hips got to be faster. Pretend you're on a dick and you want it to come. That should not be in the book.
I felt like this was California, but it also seemed like she should be from like Arkansas or something.
I thought
Wyoming. That's where she's from, right?
I thought you meant the movie California, because I think it's so crazy that they were in 2 movies where they're scuzzballs within a few years.
Bookending their relationship.
Yeah.
Because they break up after that.
Her boobs are in California.
So is the rest of her, from what I hear. This was filmed in Taft, California, though. I don't think they ever actually mention where she ends up, where she meets Bobby. Is that his name?
Is that BP?
Yeah.
I think they do. It's not like Kansas City. I know it's not.
Billy. No, because she says her trailer, I think, is in Wyoming. But she sounds like a country bumpkin, but it feels like L.A.
Now. Is that her? I do it? Now.
Don't, not again, me.
Yeah. That's transfixed.
Thank you.
Yeah, she was 16 when she met Pitt Boy, and he was 26. And they dated, and everybody was totally fine with that.
I'm just over here drinking drinks.
Yeah.
About their ages? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not good.
It feels like that's something that you can do if you're living in Taft, California, but not something you should do if you're an adult male in like the limelight.
Like right now.
Yeah.
Got me my 60-year-old girlfriend. I'm in jail. We write letters.
Plus, God, I don't want to get into it, I guess.
Maybe they didn't have sex.
What do you think it would have been? That she's just so cool?
I mean, I think she is probably pretty cool.
Okay.
I think she's... I don't like how I sound. I think she was probably pretty cool. I think she's probably super dedicated to her craft, because she comes swinging hard in this movie.
She does. When she slaps herself.
Okay.
Holy shit.
I feel like I can kind of see why there would be a spark, but you just can't. The age thing, just it's uncomfortable.
It's weird because he looks so old in this movie. So much older.
Bro, I fucking watched this thing on YouTube. I had a Blu-ray on my computer and I forgot about it. And then when I fired it up just to take a peek, I was like, oh my God, I can really make out features. This is not how it was for me.
But he seems old. Like prime Pitt age. And I guess he is in his late 20s at this point, but then you see him in a movie like Across the Tracks.
Oh yeah, and he seems like he kind of
seems like a
high
child.
schooler.
Yeah. And you're like, holy Christ.
Well, I mean, they dirtied him up. He's doing a character. He doesn't get to do these characters very often.
But boy, I don't like his voice.
No friend when you see one?
Other than that, I think he's pretty good.
I think he's fucking awesome.
I feel like he's planting the seeds for the flower that will blossom and snatch.
Well, what is my contest with the horses, you know?
I was quite impressed with him in this. I thought he was so good.
I did not think the guy Michael was that good.
Caddyshack?
Yeah, and Roseanne. He felt incredibly sinister at first.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I thought he was definitely going to rape her that first night.
And then when he brings her home, he seems like a real Dominic type. And then I'm like, oh, he's in the army. And then I'm like, later on, I'm like, oh, he's actually kind of seems like a normal guy.
With Pauly Shore?
Yeah, but it was in the army then, unfortunately. The worst of the two.
Do we synopsize?
Yeah, because I'm just, wasting time waiting for you to...
Too Young to Die? Teenage country simpleton Amanda Sue Bradley, Juliette Lewis, gets abandoned by her asshole trash can mother, who became enraged by jealousy after Amanda Sue revealed that the man married to her mother has been raping her for months. Amanda is then abandoned by her new husband, Buddy Thornton, Michael Tucker, a human howdy-doody doll. With nowhere to turn, Amanda meets waitress Jean Glessner, Emily Longstreth, no relation to Robert Longstreet, a would-be compadre and older sister figure, and asshole redneck human black hole Billy Canton, Brad Pitt, Amanda's will-be life destroyer. Just when Amanda Sue, or Brandy for short, finally thinks she has found her pedophile savior in Army suitor Mike Medwicki, Michael O'Keefe, a.k.a. Caddyshack, a.k.a. Roseanne, Billy gums up the works and drives her back into his arms, where once there, Billy drives a needle into hers and gets her caught up in a drug-fueled murder that lands Brandy in hot water like a hot dog, pondering the question, is 14 too young to die? She's 15. 15 in jail.
They say 14 though.
But when she's talking to her lawyer, it's like you're 15. She's like, yeah.
Oh, when you talk to your lawyer, you turned 15.
Well, no, he was talking to her about her being 15.
Oh, I don't know. Who cares?
Because it's a year later that she's in jail.
Is it? She's in jail for 1 year?
No, from like when they say she's 14, when her
This entire movie
stepdad's raping her.
feels like a lifetime, but only takes place in the matter of like
1
2
year.
weeks. It seems like, because like the whole time she's dancing, that's 1 week.
How do you know that?
Because he goes, why didn't you quit after that first night? And she goes, well, they don't pay you till Friday.
Well, that doesn't mean she quit on Friday.
Well, she's still dancing, so I'm assuming she's still dancing so that once Friday gets there, she'll get money for it. I don't know, dude.
I don't think so.
Whatever.
Okay.
So this movie
let's rock and
starts.
roll.
She's got Owen Wilson hair, and her mother's husband. He's raping her.
It's pretty awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like you see it coming a mile away. The mom leaves to go do something. He's like, you're looking pretty nice over there.
Yeah, because she goes, "Hey, Mama,"
Thanks for my sweets.
because it's Christmas. He goes, "What the hell are you doing with candy? You're 14 and will be the entire time we see you in this film." You look like a woman, though. Hey, I'm gonna get in on that. No, it's. I'm glad they cut it.
I mean, she is screaming no, right? That's you get some of that. It's just a feel bad scene.
It's that Juliette Lewis guttural sort of scream she does, much like in
Her band,
that.
Wildcat, was that the name of her band?
I don't know. I'm too hung up on Jada Pinkett Smith's rock band to.
Oh, that's the one called Wildcat.
But she does it in Way of the Gun during the birthing scene when he's like, "I'm gonna take that baby," and she goes, "Nah." And so she goes, "Hey, Mama, your boy's been raping me, and I really would appreciate it if you told him to stop." And she goes, "You little slut."
They can't do anything to you that you don't want them to do. You stop that lying. Damn, girl, I haven't been married even a year. Men don't stray that soon unless they got a good reason.
How dare you hot dog around here, wagging your little keister, luring my man away. She goes, "Mama."
She's right. Why is she seducing that guy?
Yeah, right, with all of her nose and "please don't stop, it hurts." It's like,
Right.
what is a guy supposed to think?
I mean, him just slobbing around that house, looking like a bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
How could you turn that down?
Because in the beginning, her mom even goes like,
You are going to have to make your own breakfast this morning because your stepdaddy woke up drinking beer again.
Man, it's a real bad sign when people are drinking at the boarding.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about this a lot, but early day drinking, we're like, that's not good.
no, especially if it means no dinner hours later in the day. She's like, basically like, shut the hell up. If he's going to rape you, he's going to rape you, but I don't want to hear about it because we got plans. People always used to say that. Me and him, we got plans.
What kind of plans? You already got a kid and you live somewhere. What kind of plans you got?
Right.
You guys got jobs?
I've got plans. I'm never going to follow through on them. Yeah, so she ends up having a boyfriend who's a real dim-witted mule man.
And he's like 18 and
He
she's
is.
14?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
He goes, "I'm going to graduate from high school, and my mama wants me to go into the army, but
Hell, I want to marry you, Mandy.
You do?
Well, yeah.
I love you." And she goes, "Really?" So they get married, and they start living in a house together.
They buy a house, you reckon? Or are they renting it? They probably must be renting it.
Must be. And we jump forward maybe 2 months, and
Yeah.
they're really cold because she didn't buy extra blankets.
Because they don't have any money.
Or heat, yeah. And he goes, "Why didn't you get the blankets?" And she goes, "Well, you didn't give me any money." "Why'd you get a job, bitch?"
I mean, he's not wrong.
No. But at the same time, she's a 14-year-old.
I mean, you did talk her out of not being in school.
Yeah. And she's probably too young to legally work anywhere.
Good point. When does this take place? 80s. The time frame it came out.
Somewhere around there, yeah. So he just leaves her.
Yeah, dude, leaves her a mean note.
Yeah, you dummy.
Go back to your mama.
I'm through with ye.
But she's already discovered that her mom has absconded with her husband, the
She
rapist.
gone. The trailer empty.
She gone girl.
And she ain't coming back. That's not a song. And so she ends up on the mean streets of Badtown.
Maui.
She swam all the way there. And
Boy, are her arms tired.
yeah, she goes into a bowling alley and calls her mama and goes up to the waitress like, "Hey, you think I can just do some work to get something to eat?"
I'm real hungry.
Sure, I am hungry.
You're Chris Rock?
Yeah, and Brad Pitt's in there and he goes, "Well, hell now."
Hey, man, you looking pretty good over there.
That's not. He says, "Well, hey, girl, I'm Billy."
Rough out there, ain't it?
It sure is.
Come in on the bus?
I hitched.
Nah.
I was looking for my husband at the army base.
You guys as a kid or something?
Why about me get you somewhere to work? And the waitress goes, you shouldn't do that.
Get the fuck away from this guy. He's bad news.
I'm going to give you a hamburger.
Look at his dirty ass fingers. Look at that rolled cigarette that's almost gone that he's still attacking.
Guy keeps talking about caravans and shit.
Looks like he's probably got little nub teeth that are filthy.
Yeah, and she's an idiot, so he goes, how about I get you out of here? You know, she goes, oh, okay. And they go to a strip club. And he goes, all you got to do is dance.
Get $60.
$60. She goes, what? I don't want to wear this. Nah, it's totally fine.
Okay.
All right. And she goes out, and she's just standing there.
I don't know what to do.
Get off the stage.
You suck.
My erection is subsiding forthwith. You know, and so she runs away. Fuck you all. Go to hell.
See, bad words.
She doesn't say fuck you. She does say go to hell, though. And she just,
bad word.
instead of running back to the dressing room,
She runs outside basically naked.
she's got a string, almost like a string bikini on. Yeah.
Princess Leia.
Just runs into the street.
No Cinnabons on her head, though.
No, and Brad Pitt comes out.
How you gonna get anywhere if you let these farm boys get to you? And you're not a kid anymore, so stop acting like that.
You're a big girl now. You got to act like it.
You're the dog now. You got to live like in the dog.
I ain't going back to Shawnee, Oklahoma. You gonna get up there
I'm going to get you with that homo blade.
Put this in your mouth. It's
I have sex with Halle Berry.
gonna make you feel good. You eat this pill.
Yeah, and so he does do just that, in fact.
Got something for you.
What is this?
It's good. Just like him. I'll make you dance like Ginger Rogers.
And she's just, looted out of her mind.
She goes up there and fucking rocks out.
Yeah, it's like she's on fucking, I don't know, a music video for The Doors at a Brooklyn rock concert or something. She's just doing like the Matrix. She's going so fast, gyrating and gesticulating. And
Yep, the stage catches fire because she's gyrating so fast.
Yeah,
It starts a little fire.
her little license plate falls off and spins around and it says it's out of time. And everybody's, whoa, she's starting a revolution in my pants.
I want her.
Huh? I'm I guess, pedophile.
Reminds me of my daughter.
And the guy at the club, he's pissed, but he's cool about it because she dances eventually.
Here's your $100.
Yep.
Giving her 60.
Yep. And I guess he does, but he doesn't.
Well, I don't know. Actually, he probably gets 100 for bringing him in. Then she must get her fee too, because he says I give you 100 per girl.
Bringing in them girls,
Man,
and
that's
then
a lot
he
of
tells
money.
her she's going to get
60.
60.
Are they not throwing money on the stage?
They are, so I don't know where that plays in.
I think that it goes back to the business, which made me think Julian.
No, those are yours.
But not if they're giving her $60. I think usually, I don't know if they pay you much. I think you just work for them tips.
True.
You and me.
Yep.
We're going to start up a strip club, and we're going to take advantage of
Down
people.
here.
And we're going to pay them $23 an hour.
You already got a bowl.
Right?
Okay.
And we'll just take all their tips.
And get them high on drugs?
They have to do that on their own with their $23 an hour.
Yeah. Put a mattress in the corner. You sleep there. And so,
She's all dizzy afterwards. He's like, get her a beer. Just kidding. We're leaving.
see now, throughout all of this, she's arrested at the beginning of the movie. And where this is the flashback, right? And
To
she's
where
in
it all went
jail.
wrong.
Yeah.
Where it all went wrong.
And her lawyer's like, oh, shit, girl, I'm your public defender,
That guy looks so familiar, but I never really pegged what he's from.
I think of him as another guy, the guy who was in something. But she's like, when am I going to get out of here? You go, well, yeah, I want it for murder.
But I didn't do nothing. Ask Molly.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, no. She said,
Yeah, you did it.
she wasn't even there.
Why? Why'd you say that?
Because everybody in town, including my wife, thinks she did it.
Why? Because I did it?
Yeah. And then he goes, well, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go look at the evidence. And she goes, can you bring me back some chocolates that are candied?
You're 15 now, right?
So M&M's.
Candy covered chocolates.
Jesus Christ. And he goes, damn, this is a child.
A 15-year-old child.
Turning 18 next week. So he goes, well, why the hell? Or what? He brings her the candy and he goes, tell me what's going on. And she goes, well,
I killed him. It was fun.
we moved in together. And then, wait a second, you moved in together? You and Billy? I thought you were trying to get away from him. That's the whole case. And she goes, oh, no, we moved in together because I didn't want to keep sleeping in his car because he's sleeping in the back of a station wagon that has no window on the tailgate.
Yeah.
And it's raining out.
It's pretty great when he tries to bring her in there.
He does.
She's like, I don't want to go in there. Yeah, no, and we're going to lay next to each other.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
No, I'm going to go. Get in there.
Well, she goes, I'll get in the front. He goes, what? No.
You're my blanket.
I get you a job, place to stay. Can't you tell I care about you?
Yeah, I do.
Then get in the back of the car, darling.
I'm sorry, I didn't do that.
But she comes back and stays with him.
Isn't that such a bummer when you realize he lives in this car?
Yeah.
I would have assumed, if anything, he was homeless, not living in a car, but it's somehow much worse.
A flop house or something.
He's just got a station wagon a block over that he sleeps in every night.
Mm-hmm.
This
He
guy
goes, I got you a room. It's like, what do you... I guess drugs is what he's doing with the money.
Right,
but-
he's got to be a drug addict.
Mm-hmm. He's a real lowlife. And so she goes, well, we got an apartment, and I kept dancing, because it was, I don't know, whatever. I get the money or something. And she does sort of become friends with the waitress a little bit.
They're like best friends. What are you talking about?
But you don't really see it.
You don't get it much, but clearly their relationship is very strong when they're chatting.
True.
They're like sisters.
Yeah. And then when she's dancing, Caddyshack is there.
Yeah. Looking scary.
Because she goes into the bar. She's a total darla at this point. She goes into the bar, and the guy goes, Billy's looking for you. Uh-huh. I can see that happening.
Tell Billy to look for her life.
And he goes, he looked awfully upset. And she goes, that sounds about right as well. And then he comes up like, hey, what the hell?
She seems pretty cool.
Where'd you go? I'm Billy.
You kind of like her vibe at this point?
Yeah,
She
she's
seems like she's coming to her own. Yeah, I like it.
She's kind of a boss.
You get a very small window in which she's doing okay.
Mm-hmm. And, she talks some lip, and Billy slaps her. And Caddyshack punches the fuck out of him.
Yep.
And then mushes his face in a bowl of popcorn. He goes, you don't hit women, you fucker.
Unless they deserve it.
Of course. Of course.
Like, unless maybe they say something you don't like.
Right. Or correct
funny.
you when you pronounce something inaccurate.
Right. Or tell their friends about your itty bitty pee-pee.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then he goes, all right, I'm going to get out of here. And he slinks away.
It doesn't qualify as a micro penis. Quit saying it's a micro penis. It's just very small. It's not micro.
And he watches her dance. And he goes to this guy, hey, what's her deal? She's 14.
I can just picture my dick bouncing around in there the way she's moving those hips.
So he goes, all right.
That's not funny.
No, please stop.
Oh, God.
And he goes, all right, Juliette Lewis, I'm going to get you some food. How about that? And she goes, yeah, okay.
Like a pinball.
He goes
really
back to
just
it.
bouncing off the springs. Ding, 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 ding.
Uh-huh.
Because the hips move so fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And he goes, better yet, why don't you come to my house and I'll make you food?
I'm not sorry.
She goes, oh, okay.
Make food. I know what you want.
And she's like, wow, your place is totally tubular. And he goes, I know.
Is it time to play pinball?
My wife left me. I'm in the Army, and I have 2 children.
Look at their stuffed animals are on the floor.
And I want you to live here, but
I'm keeping my hands to myself. I don't mess with kids because you're a kid.
I don't want to have sex with you.
Even though pinball sounds pretty good. Ding,
Yes.
ding, 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 ding.
And she goes, oh, okay, word. And she kind of becomes like his nanny, live-in nanny.
It's cute.
And the kids live in nanny too,
But quickly we'll find out the problem with bringing in runaways and letting them stay at your house.
Yeah, if you're a weak idiot, because she does something.
Billy calls and threatens, and then
Correct.
he's like, Billy, I'm going to fucking kill you if you call here again.
Mm-hmm.
Is his name Billy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
she shows up in her nightie in his room. She's like, I'm so scared of him.
Well, yes.
Will you hold me?
Can I nuzzle my face in your pit? And he goes, sure.
Yeah.
I guess. And then she just makes a move on him, and he's like, all right.
And then, the door closes, and you hear, bing, 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 bing.
Bull tilt. And so then, they're in his yard playing with the kids one day, and some Army guys walk by, and they look at her, and she goes, oh, those guys were at the club. And fucking Caddyshack, he's just like...
Hits her with a shovel, starts digging the hole.
Yes, I'm a big man.
Oh.
Puts his arm around her, and then next day he's at work at the Army, and the guy calls him in, and he goes, yes, sir. What's up, sir? Oh, God, I'm in trouble for housing and sleeping with a 14/15-year-old.
Is that not cool? Should we have continued to pretend that we weren't having sex in front of everybody like we weren't before?
I mean, it's the Army. 60% of the people in here are inbreed racist rednecks who have sex with their family.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
That's the number?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go with spouse beaters.
Well, that's the other 16%.
60 and then 16 equals 100.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't even get me started.
Do you follow Terrence Howard? You're turned on to his math?
Yeah. And so he goes, oh, Brandy, I got to throw you out. They're going to put me in jail. I'm fucked. You got to understand. I got 2 kids.
They're going to put me in jail.
I pointed at everybody in jail's dick and laughed. So if I go in there, they're going to fuck me up. She goes, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm sorry.
Pinball one more time. Ding, 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 ding.
And she slaps herself. And now she's back at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Of all fucking places.
Good place to go.
It's the only phone in town, apparently.
Man, that waitress really, when she walked in there, she's like, this is a bad place. Mm-hmm. You should not be here. Can you picture this? I feel like things have changed a lot the last 30 years, man.
Sure.
Are there still scary bowling alleys with scary guys? I feel like scary guys don't bowl anymore. I think pool halls are still a little bit of a thing.
I mean, you'll probably get some pushy guys and some rednecks and racists, but
they're really there to bowl and not trick girls out.
Right.
Not trying to trick a hoe.
That's more of like a Greyhound station.
Yeah.
You know. And he sees her immediately. He's bowling. And he goes,
you think he's good?
Hey, no. Hey, Brandy. What goes around comes around. Hey, And she goes, you told on him? Yeah, because I need you in my life.
I love you, Brandy.
I'm the only one who loves you. She runs out the street, out of the building onto the street, and then down it. And he's giving chase. And she's screaming like bloody murder, and nobody seems to really care. And he's pushing her up against the wall. Nobody seems to care. And he goes, hey, take some of this stuff. And she goes, I don't want it. It's drugs. And he goes, tough shit. We're going upstairs. And he just happens to have a room in the building where you enter via the door that's right next to them.
Very convenient.
Isn't it? And he starts getting her high on heroin.
Nice.
And she's just
not feeling too bad no more.
She's feeling quite the opposite.
Yeah.
And at this point, well, no, I'm sorry. Moments before that, she gets banged in an alley by a guy up against the wall, and he just gives her like money.
I wonder if I wasn't paying attention.
She had on like hot pink pants. So then they go, because she's tricking now. So then they go up to the room, and he gets her high on heroin intravenously. And then he starts amping her up like, you know what? We should go fuck Michael up for dumping you.
I say we go get him. We'll just make him pay.
Yeah. Let's do it. Have a cat,
You didn't mention how he like slaps her in the face and puts his finger around her neck. It's like, you're leaving me, I'll kill you.
Oh, that's right. He did do and say that. And in the future / present,
yep.
The attorney's really starting to bond with her and feel a familial sort of connection.
Right. It cuts back to them just eating chocolates and giggling.
Yeah. They're reading Tiger Beat. Yep. What do you think about Josh Hartnett?
No, he wouldn't be around back then. What the fuck? You couldn't pick somebody from the 90s?
What do you think about Christian Slater?
Ooh.
Oh, he gleams the cue ball, right?
Damn, Corey Haim's really up and coming. I see good things ahead for him.
Yep. Nothing but good things. Charlie Sheen, wow, he's never going to have AIDS. No, you know what happens after she has sex and she gives Billy the money? He goes, hey, I got a surprise for you.
Jesus Christ, this is real gross when you say it like that. Do it again.
I got a surprise for you.
I like it. It's like he's here.
And he covers up her eyes, walks her a few feet, and then he opens up her eyes, and it's Michael walking down the street with his adult woman girlfriend. And he goes, Brandy?
Is he like an evil magician? Is he fate? Is he death? He's got some powers.
What part of town are they in where she can get banged in an alley and then they're just casually walking down the street?
Oh shit, Caddyshack's got an appropriately aged girlfriend.
Yeah. He's really turned himself around and dodged the bullet.
Only a couple more years till he starts beating Laurie Metcalf.
Mm-hmm.
Roseanne and Dan got to come down like a hammer.
Yeah, they do. And they swap. And so then he goes, damn, girl, you need help or whatever? And she goes, no.
What do you care, micro peener?
She hasn't seen it yet. And he goes, okay. And he absconds with her and he goes, don't you ever fuck with her again or I'll fuck you up.
He says that to Caddyshack?
Something like that, yeah.
But Caddyshack. Oh boy. Okay.
And so now they're back at the place and they're doing the dope, and that's when he goads her into a Charles Manson little scenario.
Right. They're doing shots, swallowing bullets, screaming, "Fire it up! Fire!" It's not funny to do that anymore.
No, please.
Okay.
Christ. So they all of a sudden it's natural born killers, and they go to Michael's house and they just walk right in, and he gives her a little knife, and they confront Michael in bed with his adult female wife, girlfriend.
What the hell is this?
Look, if you two want to talk, I'll leave.
What do you want? Your blood, soldier.
And get out of bed, Jerko. And they tie him up, and she's in her nightie.
My kids are in here.
Oh no! And I'm like, oh god, is he gonna try to rape her, Billy?
So initially,
Yeah.
like Brad Pitt's on the girl, and he's got the knife to her throat.
Yep.
Juliette Lewis is just kind of standing there in front of Caddyshack.
Yes, with a knife.
Right. His two kids are sleeping. Mm-hmm. I said to Jenny that I think you just got to kill Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis, even if they kill your girlfriend, because your kids are in the other room. Mm-hmm. I think that's what I mean, what the fuck?
I think you risk it, lunge at Juliette Lewis.
Yeah.
Because Brad Pitt's probably going to toss the woman aside and try to jump in. And then you can at least tell her, get the kids and get out of here while you tussle with them. And maybe you die.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'm pretty sure you could take out
you could
Juliette
knock her
Lewis.
out with, you could just blow on her. She'll fall over.
You're going to hit her? You aren't just going to take that knife and just stick her in the neck?
No, I'm going to kick her in her cunt.
I was thinking I'd just kill them both immediately.
No. Yeah. I mean, if she's got a knife on you, I'd punch her in her face, put her down. And then when he comes at you,
Slit her throat and spray his face with the blood.
Yeah.
And then he can't see.
Right.
And then you give him a little slishy slish.
Yep. But that doesn't happen. They tie him up and they take them in their van via hostage situation.
And you know what they always say? You're not going to die if you go to a second location. Always go
In
to
the
a
middle of
second
nowhere.
location.
Yeah. But there is a moment where she runs into the room to check on the kids and covers them, like tucks them in.
Your daddy's a bitch. I love you.
She says something like, my babies. So I'm like, oh no, are they going to try to come back and like take the kids then? So they go out to like some sort of an oil refinery.
They could give him a better life, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, oil derricks everywhere, pumping out of the ground.
Yeah, and Caddyshack's tied up, I guess, quite efficiently because he's not free.
He's fucking whatever. He doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, and I think they just let the lady run away.
Well, I think
Brad Pitt goes up to him and starts duking on him, and Juliette Lewis has the knife on the lady, and she just like starts to run away.
And Juliette Lewis is like,
Hey, why are you running? Or whatever. So then she comes back, and now she just starts stabbing Caddyshack and slicing on his throat.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's like, yes, excellent.
Is he? I think he's also like,
This is fantastic.
Oh, I think this is not good.
And they run out of there, and Caddyshack is dead.
And Caddyshack's girlfriend comes over there.
She comes
She's
back.
like, hey, Caddyshack. You had such promise, Caddyshack, and you're over here not really emoting much.
You're dead. And they start, driving away across country in the van. Juliette Lewis wakes up, her hands are all bloody, and she doesn't seem to recall what happened. And they stop somewhere. Oh, they go back to her mama's trailer.
Yep.
But she isn't there, but the neighbor is, and he's happy to see her.
Why would she go back there? She's already been gone. She thought she came back?
I don't know. But he's like, hey, nice to see you, And she's like, yeah, you too. And she's about to say, can you help? And Brad Pitt cuts her off. And he goes, what was that? What was that, Amanda? What did you say?
Nothing, man. You want to get some beers?
No. But what did she say? Shut up. Let's get some beers.
Oh, he's from Boston.
Oh, okay. And so they go to the beer store.
What kind of dialect do you speak in there, sir? Is it toilet?
Yeah. It's potty. It's French. And so they get to the beer store, and they got a really unflattering sketch of each of them in the newspaper about the murder. And he makes the guy buy the beer because he doesn't have any money.
I forgot my wallet. You covered in beers.
And they get outside, and it goes, oh, that's the second time I saw it. And it's a squad car. So Brad Pitt gets in, and they start driving, and the cops start coming at him, and they, stop him. And Brad Pitt gets out of the car. He goes, she tricked me. and confused me and with her feminine wiles.
Her hips, when they start spinning, you don't know what to do.
You see them? They're, incredible. And
she started dancing, and I just woke up covered in blood 6 months later.
So he either...
I was wiggling while I said that. Did you like it? Was I really selling it?
I'm still feeling it. He either goes to jail himself, we don't know.
Turn state's evidence.
Or turn state's evidence, yeah.
So the reason they got arrested is the other lady in the trailer park sees them and runs and calls the police. Now, the movie opens with her going, she says something, and it's quite comical. She sounds like a barnyard animal or like a cartoon character. And as the movie opens, she's like,
over here! Over there! She's in there!
Over there!
Oh, yeah.
It's
in that trailer!
And so she's busted again now. And the guy, the prosecutor's got a real hard on for trying her as an adult and sending her to the gas chamber. And
your eyes are going to pop.
The defense attorney, he's like, man, this should not be me. I'm not qualified or whatever. And
I think it's the electricity that makes your eyes pop. I think the gas, you bleed out your eyes.
Yes. I think your head implodes.
Yes, like the sub guys.
Like a shriveled up raisin.
Oh.
Like the guy from Beetlejuice.
That's what happened to him.
Yeah. And she gets found guilty.
And then she starts doing those hip moves.
And
she's able to walk right out of the courtroom.
And she just completely alters the rate at which the planet is spinning and careens us into the sun and kills everybody.
Oh, I thought she went to the past and fixed everything like the Flash.
That was her intention. Or like Superman, but it didn't quite work out that way. And so they find her guilty and they're going to send her to the gas chamber, apparently in 2 weeks. So she goes, I'm going to die. And he goes, yes. She goes, am I too young? He goes, apparently not. and the movie's over.
Should it be called Too Young to Die? No.
Oh, her friend, the waitress, ends up leaving.
She visits her and she goes to Colorado.
Yeah, and she goes, just come with us. I mean, you have nothing here. She goes, well, what am I going to do? I'm only 14 still.
Same thing you're doing here, man. Just, have a good social circle.
You'll just be our de facto daughter.
Little sister.
Both.
They're 5 years apart.
True. Her husband would probably start taking liberties, though.
God damn. She lives a bad life.
But she gets pregnant, the waitress. And she agrees to name her kid
Billy.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, that's all right, to each their own, And so she goes to the chamber and dies, and then there's 40 minutes where she's in hell. And then,
Yeah.
Too young to die right there.
This is a depressing movie.
It is.
I've just felt bad for her the whole time. She just gets fucked over left and right.
Yeah. I feel like some aspects of it, I feel like Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis rise above the TV movie.
It really has a very TV movie feel to it. It's wild.
All around them.
The subject matter and the cursing.
Yeah, the acting. It's like another Winners sometimes. It's so bad. Especially Caddyshack. I don't know what they told him to do.
You're right. He's very wooden. Maybe he has a problem.
ED.
I was thinking maybe this is a bad period in his life. He's probably fine. It's probably a shitty director. We're going to come across a real shitty director next week.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. If we had to give it a rating.
If I had to give this movie a rating?
Yeah.
Their acting is good. The movie's super depressing. 5?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that. What do you give Brad Pitt?
I'll give him an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he's really good.
I'm going to give him a 7.
This performance ruins his Thelma and Louise performance for me.
I'm glad I saw that one first.
You lucky. You broke the rules, but you lucky.
Yeah. What do you give Juliette Lewis?
Oh, wow. I really didn't think about a rating for her.
It's hard, right?
It would either be a 7 or an 8. I don't really want to give her an 8 because I haven't seen a ton of her work.
She's carrying this movie, though.
She's good, yeah.
And she's doing a lot of things that she probably did not have to, boy.
Hey, let's call the two of them crazy 8s.
Yeah.
All right. What are you giving them?
Who?
The two of them. You say
8s? Together?
Yeah. 16.
Yeah.
Together.
So that's Too Young to Die, question mark.
What, you gave the movie a 5 also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. You should definitely watch this movie.
Yeah. With
your family. This should be a family movie night movie.
I'm afraid this would be an interesting double feature with Natural Born Killers.
And California?
A triple feature.
Yeah.
And Eat, Pray, Love, just to mix things up,
Ding, 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 ding.
So, yeah, you know the deal. X?
Yeah, are we calling it X now? I wonder if it's back to Twitter by now. It'll
I've-
probably never go back to Twitter.
I've already seen articles where they're like, somebody said something on X, the social media site formerly known as Twitter. I'm like, oh God, is it Prince now?
Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, YouTube. We doing filmographies. Email us. We doing filmographies at gmail.com.
Yep.
Do you want to give us a call, Julian?
Yeah, I do.
763-634-1897. You can text us too. We never mentioned this before. You can text us
Yeah.
at 763-634-1897. Be sure to check out the Now Playing Network at nowplayingnetwork.com. Nowplayingnetwork.net.
Yeah. Seriously, bro.
We haven't recorded in a while. Nowplayingnetwork.net.
Yep.
Check out all the other great podcasts over there.
Yep.
Movies, music. There you go.
Mm-hmm. And
tell them we sent you.
Yeah. Don't call them, though.
Yeah, if you call them and not us, my feelings will be hurt.
That'd be pretty bad.
We have been doing this for over a year. How many voicemails have we gotten, Julian?
I want to say none.
Right.
Because that's exactly right.
We'll see you tomorrow.
On the 12th day of Pitmas? What is it?
Yep.
Is that right?
I think so.
Holy shit.
On the 12th day of Pitmas, for your pit stop,
Yep.
on the 30 days of Pitmas, you get what? Fucking across the tracks.
Yeah.
Hey, any guesses on what that's going to be, people? Is it about trains, Julian? You thought it was about trains. You were so excited.
No, I understand what it's in reference to now, but I don't think they're not,
They aren't two people from separate sides of the track.
No, and neither of them are really on the wrong side. I mean, maybe they are, but
Kind of, but not really.
whatever.
I thought it was just about brothers. I didn't realize racing was part of it.
I thought it was about a brother's justice, brother's revenge, and cube gleamage, but I guess not.
Brotherhood of Justice. I think that's a Keanu Reeves movie.
Really?
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.